Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. See if I can get this brother in here because we are going to have a serious dialogue on the video that was on my page. And I want to wait till some people get in here before I play said video. So, yeah. Me and this brother want to do this, but I want you guys to have a reference on what we are talking about. Yeah. I uploaded, well, not uploaded, but shared a video of basically, from what I understand. Well, I'll let it do itself. Brother, I did try to get you in here, approve, add, see if I can get you in here. And I'm going to show you guys the clip. Ready? Let me turn this up.
Yes,
Peace and blessings, bro.
How you doing, Master Matrix? How you doing?
Let's play the clip.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Now, what I want you to do is take back. What I want you to do, now this is what I want you to do. Let me tell you something. Now, since I hit you like that, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna forever respect you as a woman. But you better lie.
That's the clip. That's the clip in question. And what I asked was the brother right or wrong?
And
That was my question. No, as a matter of fact, I think I laughed out loud and said something like, "That's what you get."
can you hear me? Can you hear me from my mic?
I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you
Yes,
from
ma'am.
your
Yes,
mic.
ma'am.
Brother, please introduce yourself to the viewers.
Black,
Hey, y'all.
how y'all doing? Trevon Chanel from Houston, Texas. Out here listening to Zydeco around the fire. Cowboy life.
Cowboy life. Love it. And you can only get that in Houston. I live in a neighborhood where you can see a man on a horse just going down the street.
Yes,
and we all right with that. But
now for me,
what's on the table was the brother right or wrong?
And for me,
here's my stance.
Okay, yes, ma'am, I'm listening.
I'm a female warrior. The first thing I was told when I went in the dojo is warrior is not a gender specific term. It is about skill and readiness. So if you want to be a warrior, you can't be a man or a woman. You have to be a warrior because it goes beyond sex.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, that being said, my teacher also told me to keep my motherfucking hands to my motherfucking self. On the playground, I was taught, if you hit me, I got the right to hit you back. None of that said gender.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, my mama taught my brother that if a woman hit you, and I always thought this was the most this was so hypocritical. Even I scoffed at it when she told me, you're not supposed to hit a woman. I said, Mama, you know a woman can break a neck too. A woman can break bones. A woman can kill. A woman can kill with the first strike, just like a man can. So what hard place do you put a man in when he has a woman hitting him, which is a threat to his life, his health, and his prosperity? The same as a man, and you tell him not to defend himself.
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't that basically putting him in slavery?
No, ma'am. Now, I say that.
No, this is what I asked my mom.
I'm sorry.
when she told him that. And her clap back to me was, but a man is bigger and stronger. And I said, then she should keep her hands to herself. Because in the jungle, you don't see bunnies fucking with lions.
Fact. Now I see.
And she's like, but it's a principle. I was like, no, that's not a principle. That's a pass. That's a privilege that's not afforded to men at all, especially black men. Black men take first strike, black man die or go to jail. Black woman takes first strike at black man, she get a pass? And here is my thing as well. How you gonna tell a victim how the fuck to react to an offense? I'll be the first one to tell you, sisters, don't put your hands on my sons. They wasn't raised with that stupid shit. You touch my son, he has the right to meet you with equal force and equal intention. And if he feels like letting you skate, that's on him. But his mama didn't teach him to be nobody's fucking punching bag, not even a bitch. Because why would you put your hands on anybody? Because that's warrior code. You keep your hands to yourself. Now, that's my stance. And that's my stance as a woman, but that's my stance as a warrior as well. I've had extensive warrior training. The only people I usually fight is men. But because I understand a man's power, do you really think I'm gonna pick a goddamn fight with one if I don't have to? And I can meet his power. But I'm not gonna. Because I don't want that down on me. That's a lot of goddamn pressure. But you women with no martial training want to jump out your bag and start hitting on our men with no retribution, no backlash? How white are you? You're not a white woman. But that's my stance. Brother, what's your stance?
Now my whole thing is, now certain situations I can say, okay, let me look at the situation and I can analyze it and be like, okay, I understand. But if we're speaking on black men, now my thing is a black man who can put his hand on a woman but turn around and all of a sudden be a bitch, and I don't use that word, be a bitch, when it's time to look at another man or look towards that white devil or look towards any devil that's being a threat towards him or that black woman. So my thing is, in that situation, in front of her friends, he had a right to protect himself. But as a man, I feel like when a man shows restraint, I feel like that defines him, because it's easy for a man to react and do something stupid. It's easy for black men to kill each other. It's easy for black men to do anything but show restraint and show, you know what, I'm gonna show that I'm a bigger man. And if I'm going to show I'm a bigger man, it's gonna be for you, queen. I don't want to humiliate you in front of your friends, dude. Like when she gets up and he look around, he's gonna have to realize that I just hurt my woman, because as a boxer, somebody who actually boxed, those boxing gloves do hurt. And for a warrior like yourself who actually kick and punch, you know what that does. She was staggering. She was hurt.
She got tagged.
Yes.
You heard it.
Yes.
She got tagged.
Yes.
And that's my thing. He did show restraint. He showed a great amount of, he put just enough on her to get her full damn attention. He not, what I say is, he knocked enough sense into her For her to listen.
But wait. But we have to say this. That man, if he's going to apply that and use that universal stand, when another man use that same approach to his sister or his mother, he's going to have to step back and say, you know what? That man is just disciplining his woman, and I have to understand that she deserved that and she has to learn her lesson. If he can't apply that in that situation, then we understand that he just reacted off emotions and he didn't strategically act. So my thing is, did he strategically act, or did he emotionally respond because her friends were there? So that's my stand. Like, okay, what's really going on? Are you acting because you don't want to look like a fool in front of her friends, or you strategically trying to discipline your woman? And I don't feel like I have to discipline any woman. I feel like the respect should be mutual. You my woman, I'm your man. We're going to respect each other on both levels. And if I'm going to talk to you, I will pull you over to the side, because I don't ever want your friends to see me putting you in a place where, you know, only you and I should have that understanding, you know? Me personally, you know, me, I'm speaking for myself. Your friends shouldn't have to see that, you know? And if you step out of character where I have to do it, then I'm going to have to. You force my hand. But in most cases, I want to be a man, and I might tell you to, you know, your friends got to go, because I don't want to do you like that in front of them. Because you only acting the way you acting because you're trying to show out in front of your friends. That's an emotional woman. Not everybody built like you, Master Matriarch. Now, can't everybody go up the street and whip a man's ass? That's not everybody. Everybody ain't built like that. So you can't. I don't want you to measure women off that metric scale, because I can't measure women like my mother, because she's built ground up. A lot of women ain't built like that. A lot of women just emotional and just respond. That man, he got serious for a moment and he had to catch himself. I watched him catch himself, like, okay, I love you, but don't do that to me. I feel like he didn't have to do that. I feel like I wouldn't, me personally, I would have handled it different, because if somebody watched that video, brother, you will go to jail. Like, if that video goes viral, you punching that woman. No, I'm listening. Go ahead. Go ahead. Or I can say this. I can say this. You know how they take things out of context. It takes one person to take that video out of context and make like he was trying to hurt that woman, and then he can go to jail. And her friends can be like, well, after the video, what happened was it's just something so little that could have been handled. But no, you let your emotions take advantage of you and you hit that woman. You could have broke her jaw. You could have broke her jaw. She's fragile. You could have did anything to her. That's all I'm saying. Anything could have happened. Whatever the case might be, your point you're trying to prove could have caused something else, you know? And she got up. Let's say this. After that video, what happened next? And I'm going to listen from you, because I just want to know what happened next. Did she learn her lesson? Would she try it again? And what happened when she do try it again? Will he hurt her? Would he beat her up? Would he choke her? What would he do? And will he be right or wrong?
I don't think so. And this is why I don't think that he's the abusive man that a lot of men are trying to get him out to be. For these reasons. They had gloves on. If you really watch it, the first hit, he flinched to it. He wanted to react and he didn't. The second one, he ate it. The third one, and her punches got harder and harder. The more shit she talked, the harder her punches got. And he hit her where she hit him. She hit him in the jaw. And that's where he tagged her. I'm sorry, brother. You hit somebody on the jaw right the first time, you can break their neck. So she took first, second, and third strike. She didn't stop.
My sister.
She didn't show restraint. You asking him to show restraint, and she did not.
All right, I agree.
You can't ask the victim to react to their life being in jeopardy. I think we've been conditioned by America to automatically do that. somebody hit you and you don't blame the one who's doing the offending. You don't blame the offender. You blame the person on how they react to the offense. And I'll give you an example. Somebody slapped me, right? And I go running for their ass. Why does everybody stop me from running at them? Nobody grabs them and tell them that was fucked up, man. Why you do that shit? Nobody stopped the initial offense. But everybody stops the one who was offended for taking justice on the offense. Oh no, man, you didn't mean it. You should forgive. You should take the high road. Fuck that.
I'm laughing because you sound like my sister. She always say, "Hey, you touch a man." Nah, she. I'm like, she remind me of you so much. She believes if you don't want to get your ass knocked out, she don't care. Man, she don't believe gender plays a role within anything.
Gender.
If you put your hands up, she believes you should get your ass knocked out. Now, me on the other hand, I'm more like, no, 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 you can't do that. But she say, well, don't put your hands up if you don't want to get hit. You know, so like I said, I see it from where you coming from, but I guess I'm speaking from the type of man I am because I understand the damage I can
And,
do to a woman. You know, now,
and you know what? He understood the damage he could do too.
yeah,
That's why he just popped her enough to knock some sense into that jaw because she did. I'm sorry. It's not fun. Yes, that shit was funny. Just enough
hey, no, no, no,
that he was
no.
able
Look, okay, I
to
w-
pick her up and talk to
let me
her.
ask you this though.
Because sometimes women do forget that black men are due a certain amount of respect simply from pure strength.
So can I ask you this now?
Yes,
What
sir.
if let's take her friends away from the picture, and let's say her kids were
Okay.
let's say let's take her friends away from the situation and replace her friends with her kids, right? And let's say her
Okay.
kids were there. Remember that behavior, you know, that behavior that you've seen. If the kids were there, would you judge the situation different, or would you say, okay, I feel the same way. Don't put your hands up if you don't want to get knocked the hell out. If her kids were in the room.
Again, here's my thing, brother. I have to. I'm not a wishy-washy woman, and I'm real simple because I had a man try to hit me in front of my children, and I bounced his ass off a wall. We turned up furniture through that whole motherfucking house in front of my children. Where you fuck up is where you should be. I'm sorry, but that didn't happen in front of the kids,
Okay.
so I can't judge.
I,
I can only judge what I see. I can't judge intention because again, the brother doesn't strike me as I watched his whole demeanor, and I'm a good discerner of character, and I don't see it in him to be But again, that wasn't the situation. There wasn't children there. There were all adults, and if her friends felt like she was being done wrong, don't you think her friends would have jumped on his ass?
in most cases,
But all of them,
no.
all of them laughed and moved the fuck away and let him do what he had to do. Now, this is what I know when I'm with my friends. Bitch, if you wrong and he check you, I'm getting out the way. Because my mama said where you fuck up is where you correct it. So if you don't fuck up, ain't no need for correction. But why couldn't she pull him off to the side and say all that fly shit all by herself instead of fronting him in front of her friends? Because she did, again, she did the first humiliation and she took the first hit.
Okay,
She wrong all the fucking way around.
she was wrong. She was wrong. I definitely agree. Now, the only thing I'm saying is, as a man, I can't speak. You know, you speaking. Look, you shouldn't have did this on both ends, and I really can't. Like, as a man, I guess I'm programmed, I'm conditioned, and I don't mind being programmed in this sense because I understand how much damage a man can do to a sister that's not capable of doing the things that you can do. Whoop a man ass, self defense. You know, I expect women to emotionally just do things, you know, but I be expecting men to show more level of restraint where he don't have to put his hands on her. I feel like if a man have to touch a woman, he shouldn't be with her. Like if I have to touch you, I'm not about to be with you. Like I'd rather just leave. Like leave, my brother. Once again, because this right here, let's say if she did something else and he reacted. And they both reacted to the point where now we got a serious domestic violence situation. We know the number one cause right now for black women is domestic violence. I don't care how the situation may be. Somebody have to be the adult. I was telling my homeboy, well, stop black men blaming black women blaming black men. I said at some point somebody have to be the adult. Somebody gonna have to be like, okay, I fucked up, or we gonna have to do something about it, and let's come together and get this shit right together. Like at some point, we can't just, well, you did this, I'm gonna do this. I done this, you gonna. We can't react. Like we just pure emotions. We can't just react anymore. Like it's causing too much harm. It's causing too much damage to one another because we just reacting off everything. Now, in some cases, I agree with you. It's okay. You're supposed to protect yourself. Life-threatening situation. I feel like with somebody just swinging at you, somebody who you can just touch and throw into the wall. Now, you on the other hand, I know you can whoop a guy ass. And if I see you beating up on a guy, I'll probably be like, well, she's trained to kill somebody. She will break you into pieces. But a little featherweight like her or a little typical woman, I'll be like, well, no, choose a better way as a man. I know it sounds biased and I'm contradicting myself, but everybody ain't like you. Everybody ain't built to walk through a wall. Most women they just go through the motion, just feeling some type of way, and they just do things. Like that's what they do every day. They just do things. And as a man, you either ignore it, you know, find a way to deal with it, or find the best situation to deal with her. And punching her wasn't the best thing to do. That's all I'm saying. Because if somebody punched his sister, he's gonna go to that guy and he's gonna beat that guy's ass. Or if another guy punch him, he better beat that guy up like he was willing to beat that woman up. I feel like if you're gonna do it to one person, then you should be able to stand your ground and do it to anybody who poses a threat to you. But it seems like black men beating black women up, but shooting black men. Black men shooting each other, but quick to beat a sister up. That's all I'm saying. Like, we're speaking of black men in general, but if we're talking about that situation, I still stand on the side he should have walked away, left. Could have done something. I don't know, Queen. I can't look. I can't. I'm not debating you because I can't stand with you. You on a whole nother level. But I would say he should have did anything but hit her because he could have hurt his kid's mother. He could have hurt somebody else's daughter. He could have hurt her in ways that he would have regretted it, and he could have went to jail. He could have did something, Queen. That's all I'm saying, man. God damn. You looking at me like that? You scare me.
Okay. You know what? And you know what? No, man, I feel you. I feel exactly what you're saying. But I'm going to ask you this again.
Yes, ma'am.
In any of your statements,
yes, ma'am,
you still haven't blamed her for her offense to him. You still haven't blamed her.
Okay.
For the first offense. You all up in your brother's butt for reacting to being offended.
I'm telling you why.
But you have yet.
And I told you why. I told you why, though. I said she was wrong.
Yes, you did.
But I want to see black men's level of restraint, not in just this situation, in every situation. Like, I don't want to see you emotionally respond. I feel like if her friends wasn't there, or you know what, I can't say that, but what I can say, I want to see him do a better job, because that woman can be another woman, or that man can be another man, or that can be a cop. It can be anybody. The way you react can be life and death situation. So I just want to see your level of restraint. That's what I'm saying here. Restraint. Now, if you got to protect your life, do what you got to do, brother. But knocking your woman to next week, this is the woman you love. You can't teach her a lesson by knocking her out. I don't think. I feel like you just put more
Okay,
fear in
well
her
let me ask
heart.
you this. Let me ask you this. Because had it been another man, since we go, let's throw a hypothetical in
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
Had it been another man that don't take shit like that, she'd be she'd be in a funeral parlor.
Most definitely.
So when people's like he didn't show restraint, I have to say, fuck yes, he did. Because I've watched men beat women down.
Me too. Most definitely.
Black eye, concussion, broke leg, big lip, teeth missing, nose cocked over to the side, ear torn. I've seen it.
I
And y'all mad.
uh
Y'all upset
when I watched the video,
at this man because he showed restraint after being hit 1, 2, 3 times and basically told that she was going to call other people to come kick his ass. Now, another man, she'd be dead.
okay, I got this.
Took the gloves off.
So let me ask you
That
this.
man took them gloves off and told her, I love you. But don't you never forget who you dealing with.
Okay, I got this
And
right
I
here.
think
Oh, I'm
black
sorry.
women forget that we're dealing with men who are traumatized, hurt, pained, used as scapegoats at every opportunity, and then told that he can't protect himself. And what she does is lash out at him, just like our society does, and then expect him to do nothing, just like our society does. No, I have to charge her up too, and I have to charge her more than I charge him because she started it.
Okay, can I ask you this? I always say
Yes, sir.
when I look at certain situations, I always ask myself. Normally, when I first seen my friends who beat my first time seeing them beating their women, I always say, well, is this the first time you beat her up, or did you ever hit her before? Have you slapped her before? I feel like what she was doing, that's her normal behavior. Like from looking at her, I can tell like she acts like that whenever she's in her zone or she emotional. She acts like that. So I don't know how he respond every time. Maybe that was his breaking point. I don't know. But what I'm saying is she acts like
I
that.
don't think that was a breaking point. I think that was a teaching moment.
But how many
I
times?
think it was a teaching moment.
How can?
Because what if she run up on another brother that's not going to show that type of love? They wouldn't put on boxing gloves, y'all. That means they prepped for this.
Okay.
If he really wanted to knock her shit off, she would have bounced off that fucking wall. Come on, y'all.
You know what? Okay.
Let's act like that brother. That brother had guns.
He did have a.
He tapped her on the chin enough to knock some sense into her.
Okay.
And I don't care what y'all say. She took first fucking strike.
She took first strike, and you know what? I do got to look at that. He did have on gloves, and he did knock the hell out of her. I feel like if he got once again, and I'm keep going back to it because I feel like how many lessons like we all like guys. I hear Muslims, I hear people say, well, you got to discipline your woman. You have to teach her a lesson. What if she's not teachable? What if she's to the point where you have to practically kill her? And that's how domestic violence starts. You got to keep literally trying to discipline a woman to the point where you kill her. It starts there. I punch her, I choke her, I slap her. She don't get it. She ain't listening. So how many times I have to discipline you, punch you, choke you to the point where I kill you? Now it's considered domestic violence. And, well, I'm saying that's how I see it. I didn't watch my friends. They started off arguing. They went from arguing to slapping to punching to choking. And now we got a problem. And like I said, domestic violence is the number one cause of death of the black woman coming from black men. So at what point, because like you said, I'm going off you now. You ain't, if I told you shut up, you're going to say, you're going to sit your ass down, right? This is you. Now, what if I feel like I have to teach you a lesson because you're not listening to me? You Now we have a
Bring
problem.
it.
Now, okay, this is one.
Bring it.
Now, guess what? We have an altercation now, right? Now, as a man, I feel this way, emotion. As a woman, you feel that way. Now, in a relationship, we just clustered up a whole domestic violence atmosphere. You get what I'm saying? And now, if we have to be like towards each other, we shouldn't be with each other. Because in any situation, if I feel like you're not gonna respect me, I will hurt you, and you will hurt me. And that shit we don't need as black men and black women.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, the next situation, I guess I gotta teach her a lesson again. Or she like, fuck that, you ain't hitting me like that again. I will shoot you, homeboy. So I want to stop it there and be like, okay, if I gotta hit you, I don't need you. And if
But here
I'm
again,
sorry,
we don't know his relationship to her.
oh,
We don't know that man's relationship to her. That could be her brother. That could be her cousin. That could be, that could be somebody we don't know that they have a relationship.
well,
That could be a family member trying to teach her a lesson. We don't know the context around it. But teach your kids to keep their damn hands to their fucking self. I don't give a damn. Here is one way to end this whole shit. Everybody keep their fucking hands to their self. Male or fucking female. But we can't, as females, go, oh, I can do anything a man can do. And then you hit him and don't expect him to treat you like a man?
Fact.
You delusional.
You should keep it. Everybody should keep their hands to themselves.
As a woman, you delusional. And how dare you, as a woman, think you can put your motherfucking hands on one of my brothers without retribution? You not white, and he ain't no damn slave. Keep your hands to yourself. I don't care who you are. 120-pound woman hit you in your temple, right, brother? You dead.
Okay.
A 89-pound woman hit you in your nose, right? You dead.
I agree with you about everybody should be taught to keep their hands to themselves. That's factual. That right there, what you said, everybody keep their hands to themselves. Only thing I went left with was he was teaching her a lesson. I don't want to put that message out there because black men, they'll run with anything. They'll take that as leverage to, you know what? If I don't teach you a lesson, you're not gonna respect me. If she don't respect you, she don't respect you. And if she don't respect you, you need to move around, homeboy. So my whole thing is.
Well, hold on. We gotta remember that fear and respect are two different things.
Yes, ma'am. I agree.
My teacher hit me hard enough that I respected his ass. I got it. He knocked me through a goddamn wall, straight through the fucking plaster. And I had to fix that plaster before I left class.
So did you respect him because you knew you couldn't beat him?
Motherfucker, I feared him. And that fear turned into respect. That was fear. But I understood something about the power of a man and not being ready for it.
Master Matriarch, I respect.
And if I don't want to experience that power, I shouldn't put my hands on a man. And I'm sorry, every girl learns this if she has an older brother or a dad in the house. You don't put your hands on no man.
You don't put your hands on anybody because you shouldn't. So what I'm saying is, I respect you because I respect you. And you shouldn't have to kick my ass or show me your moves that you learned in your little martial arts class or warriors, I don't know, self-defense class. The respect that I give you, I should give you that, period. Like, you should give that to your brother or your sister. You know how that goes. I should give you that because you deserve that. But if you ever get out of line, you right. You will be put in line by somebody because everybody don't operate the same. We can agree on that. But as a man, I'm only speaking as a man. But if I'm looking at the situation like you, I can be like, whoa, she put her hands up, and I bet she won't do that shit again. I can easily say that. Because in reality, whoever looking at that video like you, they'll be like, well, she wouldn't do it again because she need to understand she put her hands up and she swing on somebody. Whoever she's swinging on have a right to defend themselves. Like, we can look at it that way. I never said I looked at it that way. But as a black man, I have to, look at it a little different and be like, okay, was that the best way to handle the situation? See, I'm going off what was the best way to handle the situation, not how he reacted. Okay, okay. That was a good one right there. Okay, for me. Okay, no. As a black man, let me say that. What's the okay? As a black man, and what's the best situation where I can protect my livelihood and protect your livelihood? Okay, so I'm not gonna be selfish now. I'm gonna say, how can I help you and help me, and save a situation and not cause harm to you or myself or your friends. So you hit me. Well, they do have on gloves. So, but you hit me. They have on gloves. So.
And they were laced up. They weren't just put on. They were laced up. So they prepped for that.
And I am a former individual who used to spar and box. So it's kind of hard for me to look at it because I don't know if the video is, two individuals were actually ready to spar.
We have that much of the situation. And that's what I liked about it. We have no front story. We have no back story. We just have to look at this particular clip right here. What's wrong or what's right with this set of minutes?
Now an individual who used to spar and box for a little bit, I put the gloves on with a friend who was a female, and I actually jabbed her in the stomach one time, right? But I was just playing with her. But now that I think about it, so in my mind, when I first watched the video, I was thinking in my head, well, did they put the gloves on to play fight and it just got serious? That's what I was thinking. But now I was coming in to yours, like I always do. I was coming in to be like, no. He was kind of angry. It got serious. But if the gloves wasn't there, it could have been worse. So the gloves made it to the point where, okay, he hit her. He taught her a lesson. She better not put her hands up and try him again. Because normally when guys and women do put on gloves, it's to let her know. It is. Like me personally, I have boxing gloves at home. And I'll tell my queen, if I put these gloves on you, I'm letting you know right now what's going to happen. That is true. I'll tell you that. I will say that's true. But when I came to your status, to say, you know what? Okay, hold up. If I came to your status to say we shouldn't, as black men, how he reacted, I feel like he acted more so off emotion. Like when I spar my woman or any woman, like I don't like my woman, she hits me hard. I try to counter her, I play with her, but it never gets to the point where she's down, like down where she's really hurt and anger, and I'm angry. It's be to the point where I accidentally throw a jab, throw a right, come back. And I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. But now, I never to the point where he or she was staggering to the point where they're hurt. Where I try to hurt somebody. Even when I'm sparring in the gym. So, I don't know. It's a tough situation because we don't have enough footage. So I'm agreeing more with you now as the video goes because I'm thinking when I have been in situations, but I just never had the anger. Because I'm not that type of person. Because if I'm angry, that means when I hit you, I want you to feel it and let you know I am not playing with you and let you know don't try that shit again. That's what I was saying with him. And I felt like he shouldn't have did that because he could have hurt her. Now, if it was another man, you can punish him, beat him down, and do what you got to do. But if you got to hit her like that, homie, let her go. Just let her go. Because that woman going to put you in places you don't want to be. And if you got to hurt a woman, and if you got to be places you don't want to be, then you just crapped out. I feel like the game is to win, right? The game of life is to win. The game of life is to build. The game of life is to, progress and get where you're trying to be. And I feel like if you crap out, you lost. That's why I tell brothers, when you go to jail, you lost. Like, you ain't even a factor on your own board no more. Like, you off the board. You can't even contribute. You can't build. You can't do shit. So if you're going to do anything that's going to make you crap out, then you shouldn't be doing it. That's me. And I don't want to hurt any women. My mama have 11 kids. I have 4 sisters. I have a bunch of nieces, and I have times where I rough them up, of course. You're right. And I have times where I put gloves on. You're right. That I'm not disagreeing with all that. I'm a
Okay?
wait. Can you hear me? Um,
Yes,
yes. People
we
call.
got you.
Yeah, it was times where. So I definitely understand, but that moment right there, it was something that happened, and from what we seen, she provoked him. She did provoke him. I'm not that I agree with. She hit him. She hit him, and he was like, "Hold on," and he counted her. He hit her, but he could have hurt her because of that split second. He was angry and he got mad. He really could have. Yes, sis. He popped her pretty good, unless she was just acting. It, I don't know. That's for you to
But
judge.
she took three shots.
She took 3 shots and he took one
She
home.
took three to his one. She took three to his one. I'm sorry, brother. Again, in my martial arts class, when I have teenage boys come in, they think they can take me. They be like, oh, mama then brought me to a female. I'm like, bro, all right, tell you what. And I put on gloves with them. Put on these gloves. We gonna do a 1 minute round.
Oh, and you whoop their ass.
Them boys be hitting me hard. Hard. I take one shot, put them on their ass, and let them daze with that shit for a minute. When they get up, I got some respect.
And you
So
see
I
how
understand exactly what he did. I take one hit, just enough to put him on his ass, enough to take his legs from under him. So he understands that I'm not a woman per se, I'm power. There's a difference.
you you see how much you have to go through to show a little boy. I'm using the term little boy here. What you're capable of doing. Another man don't really have to look at another man for that. So the respect is there. So what I'm saying is, and I know you kick ass and you teach kids self defense. And when I used to box, my coach used to always tell me outside the gym, be careful or don't put these gloves on and play around with people. He doesn't know that. He probably have gloves, play around with his friends. In a lot of cases, a lot of people get hurt with those gloves because people think you put those gloves on and you can just hit each other and nothing won't happen. But and the thing
Them
was,
gloves got thud to them.
they do, they do. And
They
you're
got
saying,
thud to them.
so you're saying, fuck it. I need black. So you saying I need young black. You're gonna teach young girls, young black women, young girls, anything. Keep your hands to yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. And teach, and that's fine. And you teach black men and black boys the same thing, right? That's fine. But
Keep your hands to
but
yourself.
now as a black man, I want to teach them restraint as well. That's their greatest. That's their greatest asset. Their greatest asset that they're going to need not only in fighting in life in general. Like you're going to need that because you will be provoked in life. You will be provoked by devils. You will be provoked by brothers. You will be provoked by women. You will be provoked by anything and everything that's going to knock you off your game. And how you respond define you because at any moment, it don't matter how conscious you might be. Within that next moment, you can be the old version of you, or you can be the best version of you. And how you respond within that situation can bring you back or bring you forward. So, we can look at the situation. That's the greatest thing about now. We can really just look at the situation and give different analysis on the situation. But I agree with you. I never said I didn't. I didn't agree with you. I just said as a man,
Oh no.
I wanted him to show more black men that, regardless, because I can now not you, but most brothers, I can hurt this sister, I can bend this sister, I can break this sister, I can step on this sister, I can do anything to her. I'm gonna show her by not humiliating myself, show her that I love her and let her know it don't matter what she do outside of threatening my life, of course, but I can handle her better. I'm gonna handle her different because she expect me to hit her. Because 9 times out of 10, the last guy probably didn't hit her. Her father probably didn't hit her mother. You know, we see a lot of weird shit around here. So I'm gonna show her different, and I'm gonna show her. You know what? I'm not gonna.
He might have got a call. But I fully understand what they're saying. But I'm just tired of, and I'm a black woman, so you know I love y'all. But stop putting your hands on black men,
I'm sorry.
thinking all of
Can you hear
them
me?
have this. Oh, no, good. Yes, sir, I
Okay.
can hear you.
My queen keep calling, yeah, but she's okay. And the phone's pausing. You know, I guess I don't know. Somebody must have told I was on online.
Ah, he's gone. He's gonna have to come back in. But that's one of my things. Black women, keep your hands to yourself. Every black man isn't built with the, oh, because she's a girl, I'm gonna keep I can't hit her. You want to be up there equal with the boys? That includes fighting. And if you don't want to be equal with him in fighting, keep your hands to yourself. Every creature, notice, I don't even talk about gender. Every creature on the planet has the right to defend itself upon first strike. Why you would put your safety in the hands of somebody else's reaction is completely beyond me. What are you saying, Fee? A black woman hit a black man and you expect him not to hit you back? It ain't cool. It ain't cool. It ain't cool. It ain't cool. And then you gonna get mad when he hits you back? No, it don't go like that. If you gonna be a soldier and you gonna be a warrior and you gonna put your hands up, put your hands up. If you don't want to be a featherweight, you better get in the gym. But I'm too tired, and I'm coming to my brother's rescues on this. Was he wrong in my book? No. He was perfectly justified in what he did because she hit him first. I don't care what y'all say after that. I got boys. I have boys. And I have watched these little girls on some of these videos at school slap a black boy and tell him what you gonna do about it. Slap him again and tell him what you gonna do about it. I watched that boy take a couple goddamn slaps. And when he got up and he punched that girl in her face and she got knocked out, then everybody wanted to be in his face. But nobody stopped her from slapping him. None of them friends stopped her from hitting that man. So y'all be coming to the rescue at the wrong damn time. Stop the offender. Don't stop the offended. Let me say that again, because this is that slave training. Stop the offender. Do not stop the offended. Y'all know they also teach us how to accept this shit in elementary school, right? With that no bullying policy, because bullies still exist in schools. And it's not the bully getting thrown out of school. It's the bully's victims getting thrown out of school for reacting to the bully. Enough. And I'll be the first woman, and y'all can share this, and I will debate anybody on this one. He who takes first strike is wrong. And I'm not about to tell anybody how to react to the first strike. I'm not a Christian. I don't turn the other cheek. And if you slap me on this side, I'm not about to give you this side to hurt too. I don't play by them motherfucking rules. You hit me on this side of my jaw, and I'ma take your life if I can. Because you tried to take mine. I'm not passive. And that's something that a lot of black women need to learn quick, fast, and in a goddamn hurry. Everybody ain't passive. Some people will get with you. You just got to run into the right one. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, I'll debate anybody on this one. We can be on Facebook all night. You don't take responsibility for your own safety and unable to take the repercussions for your actions. Stay in the house or on the porch. You can't play with me. Exactly. Exactly. Somebody punched me while laughing. This shit was funny as fuck. They're like, oh, fee, ha, 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 bah! It was about 7 people standing around there. And they saw me do this. People cleared a space. Everybody like took 3 steps back. And the sister that hit me, she went, oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, Fee, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ooh, okay. Let you back in. No problem. Ooh, no. Wrong person. Gotcha. Ooh, Fee, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why did you hit me? Because everybody knew she was about to get her face knocked off. But I showed restraint. I showed restraint because that was just something that she was doing. But like I told her, you keep your motherfucking hands to your motherfucking self, because next time you touch me, my hands are going to touch you. And that's going to be an ugly motherfucking situation. And I'm only going to take hit. Only want one. Only.
Do you feel like because you can protect yourself and pretty much wash a man ass up the damn street because you're built to fight and you're built to defend yourself in ways that other women are not. So it doesn't matter to you if he swing back or not because you know how to protect yourself, you know how to handle yourself. And what about, now for those women who really, see, right? So for those women who really just be acting, because I know when you act, it's not going to be off emotions. It's going to be because I want to knock your head off.
Pure science. I'm coming with pure science.
Okay. See? So what I'm saying is, for you, you're going to knock my head off because you made the decision to knock my head off, right? Now, when I look at other women, I kind of separate other women for you. Like I said earlier, other women they're so emotional and they just act. And like for me as a man, I try my best, and we should, it's all we can do. Continue to try our best to show levels of restraint to try to handle our queens, because I don't know what she's going through. I don't know why she act that way, but only he do. If she act like that today, I'm sure she didn't act like that plenty of times. So what I was saying was, if he can't handle her where he don't have to knock her into next week, then he shouldn't be with her. But I do agree with you. Don't put your hands on another man, and a man shouldn't put his hands on you. Like we should, and I know you say we should handle it respectfully. That's just me. Now, if that woman, let me not go there. Now, if that happens to be a brother and that wasn't you know what? I'm not going to go there. Let me not go there.
Let's just
Let me
handle
not go there.
the clip.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's just
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
handle
okay.
the clip. Just what we
Okay,
see. We're not gonna put
okay.
no hypothetical. Just
Okay,
the
okay.
clip.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay, I got you. But I agree with you. I mean, I can't just say, okay, my way my way was to protect a brother and protect a sister. But human nature says you hit me, I hit you. That's just human nature. That
That's the
that's a
law of
normal
the
reaction.
jungle.
That's a normal
That's
reaction.
the law of
That's the
self.
law of the jungle. Self-preservation. Protect yourself first. And that I do understand. But he was trying to teach her a lesson at the same time. So for me, I felt like he really wasn't trying to protect himself. He was really trying to, in the act of protecting himself, letting her know you can do that to another dude, but if you do that to me, I will hurt you. And because I will hurt you, I also want to let you know I love you. Don't play with me like that. And guess what? You have men who will let a woman know I will knock you into next week if you ever disrespect me. Now, me personally, I feel like once again, you don't have to take it that far because it's a lot of sisters out here. Like I said, a lot of brothers don't only sisters. They date so many other women that's so submissive. Like when I date sisters, I understand that sisters not just about to be yes women. So a lot of men who date, they date yes women. So when they come to a sister, they don't know how to handle that sister. That's why I be trying to, and my sister, my queen, she's a handful. And in my past, I have dated outside my race. I went to an all Mexican school, and I had to learn that black women are not about to be yes women. If anything is not right to them, they're gonna be like, nigga, fuck you. You got me fucked up. I ain't no goddamn yes woman. I ain't about to do no stupid shit like that. So not in that situation alone, but just many other situations. I really understand that black women are not yes women, and they will fight you. They will do a lot of things. And if you watch black women, they're very masculine in ways that you have to understand that they're not about to just be real sensitive. You don't really find too many sensitive black women because most black women are not sensitive. They're strong matriarch women. And a matriarch will
You
bust your
know,
goddamn head.
our sensitivity is taken from us as girls. Brother, you can't be sensitive and absorb rape and molestation and neglect and everything that black girls go through. You can't stay sensitive and survive. You gotta get hard. You gotta get bouty. You gotta. Black men say black women are emotional. I don't see it. I don't see it. I see
Mm.
black women as being more logical than most black men. I see black men as emotional and not able to handle emotion.
I
I
agree
don't
with
see
you.
black women
That
shooting each other up. I see black men shooting
that's
each other up.
I felt the way I damn my phone. That's why I
No,
felt the
you
way
good.
I felt because I can you can you hear me?
We can hear you.
And that's why I felt the way I felt because okay that's okay. I had to come back outside.
No
That's why I
problem.
felt the way I felt because I feel like black men and because we don't look at it that way. We look at women as being emotional, but I feel like black men are more emotional. You look at my woman, so I kill you. You look at me, so I kill you. Those are emotions on a whole nother level. So I feel like how you like a man that's a real solidified black man. I feel like he wouldn't to slam his woman on her back to let her know fear me and fear me or use fear as as the bridge for respect. I think your teacher when he whoops you, I don't feel like it was fear he was trying to teach you. He was basically teaching you you can't whoop me And what I'm trying to teach you here is, if you're going to beat me, you're gonna have to continue to work hard. You're gonna have to discipline yourself. You're gonna have to push yourself. But at the same time, if you follow me and you listen to me, I can show you more about yourself and more that you can be. You see what I'm saying? That's the lesson. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Um, it can. I agree
Don't
with you.
forget how to fix plaster.
But
He
I just
also
feel like
taught me how to fix plaster. He definitely showed me
uh,
how to replaster a wall. You motherfucking right, he taught me.
is your master teacher still alive?
Yes.
Is your teacher still alive? He,
Yes. He's here in Houston.
I'm
Hmm.
assuming he's up in age. Oh, he lives in Houston with us,
70.
right? Because I'm from Houston as well.
He's 70.
You said Preview? Oh, I live on
No,
the
he's in
east side of
Houston.
Houston.
He's
East side.
70.
Oh, he's 70. Hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry, the phone was breaking up a little bit.
Oh, you good?
I I feel like, I feel like I feel like you looked at the situation as a warrior. That's why I was asking you earlier. Did you look at it as a warrior, and on you as as a whole? But I do agree with the don't touch me and I won't touch you. That's just human nature. You touch me and I touch you. That I do agree with. So yes, and I'll let you, educate me, educate
And like I said, I can only look at it like a warrior. I can
black
only
men.
look at it like
If
a
we can find
warrior
a better
because I
way,
can't
then do
see
it.
it as a civilian.
Let's not, always turn to violence.
But again, and why are we putting our hands on each other? Do y'all know the first court case between two black people in America was a woman who took her husband to court for beating her right after slavery? That's the
Really?
first court
I
case
didn't know that one.
against two black that the first court case that two black people went up against each other. It was a wife that took her husband to
Wow.
court for beating her. They were 5 years out of slavery, and she took his ass to court for it. Why are we putting our hands
Wow.
on each other after coming out of such a tragic history? The last thing we should want to do to one
Because
another, even to our children in some cases, is hit them.
um like you said, if people, if you look at old, you know, our grandmothers, our grandpas, and you watch old black movies, you notice a form of discipline was what? Beating their women, or shit, even beating the kid, right? Like,
Yeah,
that stuck with us, you know. Whether it's the woman beating the man or the man beating the woman, you're gonna learn today pretty much.
but we also have to remember
So
that that's
I just don't feel
entertainment.
like,
That's not necessarily what was happening on a large scale in our community. That's what Metro Golden Mayor told you was happening.
okay, I'm listening.
That's what Metro Golden Mayor told people was happening in our community. Not on large scales.
So
We
what?
on a large scale, black people only recently have really, I say since I'll say since like the 50s, that we've really started this domestic violence getting going in our community. I don't remember this as a kid in Birmingham, Alabama. Now, it might have taken place. Don't get me wrong. But in my recollection, I don't see it. My son didn't see domestic violence until he was 7, until he was 7. and didn't see it again until he was 14, and he couldn't wrap his mind around it. But we're so desensitized now to seeing each other being beat on because of the music, the movies, our entertainment, that we're desensitized to it. It's not even, what happened? It's not even that anymore. It's because tell me how we all watched that video. We were all like, It wasn't, oh shit. This is a desensitization. And I'll tell you how I know. 2 days ago, I found out that one of our illustrious community leaders is into bestiality. Now, when I heard this through my phone, I dropped my phone. I didn't even want to touch my phone. I wanted to clean my ears. I could not understand what I was hearing because it was so icky to me. And I'm like, this nigga just said that shit on open television that he let a dog do what to him? Now, I know some people that watched that didn't even flinch as the brother said it. And all I can say is the difference between conditioning and non-conditioning. Because I'm not conditioned for this. I'm not conditioned to accept some shit at all. But the more we see each other putting our hands on each other in popular culture, the more we hear brothers in videos going, fuck that bitch, I hit that bitch. Okay. We become desensitized to it.
Can you still hear me?
And
because I know my phone
eventually,
going dead, and
we gonna try
I don't know. All of a
That's okay, because we gonna call this a wrap because I think my phone is going dead too.
I don't know if you I don't know if you can hear me, but he's different. He's sick. So I don't know. I don't know if I can measure all black people, because we have a certain few that's just out of their goddamn mind, and he happens to be part of that group. What's wrong with him? I don't know.
But we're out of here, y'all, before he go dead, and so do I. Love y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank you for sharing. If y'all want to hit me up, hit me up. We can do this. We can talk about it. Love y'all. You know who this is. This is Fundife. And I always got my ear to the street, my ear to the street, my ear to the street. And this is how you dialogue, y'all. This is how you dialogue between the kings and the queen. It ain't got to be, even if you disagree, it ain't got to be no name calling, nothing. This is how we are supposed to communicate with each other. Thank you very much, brother, for coming on. I don't know if your phone is in and out right now, but thank you very much. It has been a pleasure. Y'all take care. Share this one.